girls. As far as everyone here, you can let me know when you're ready, and we'll get started. I'll wait for Koozie to boot up. Koozie.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Roll call.
Cool. Well, then once that gets in here, I'll do a little talky talk. Get you the recap, and then I'll have like a little one or two things to say, and then we'll get rolling.
Who the fuck is this Minotaur?
Good question. All will be explained and more very shortly.
Also, I appreciate how you drew this map in crayon.
Shitting on him, bro.
Took me hours on MS Paint.
Keep shitting on him, bro.
You're just taking everything I do and ruining it.
He's soiling it. Soiling it.
Ooh, baby. Damn. Are we in a new 3D space?
All right, I'll get things rolling, and then I can answer some questions.
Wait, this is the same place we were.
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
All right. So.
Hello.
Oh, what's up, Jack? Never mind. I'll wait for Jack to get in.
Sorry.
Just say a few minutes.
Honestly, you know what? I'll just get rolling, and he can pop in, and he'll have the same questions, but they'll get answered about the same time that I'm done. Okay, so previously, where we left off, the party returns to the dead man's delight after reuniting with Adelaide, Hanbaru, and Gonto. Burl explains that they may have found a way to save Adelaide from her terrible sickness. When the bar closes, the party gathers together to give the amulet to Adelaide. The amulet forces itself onto the girl, pulling a dreadful entity from deep within her soul, revealing himself to be the deathless lord Atresius, the Forgotten King. He declares himself to be the ancient ancestor to Adelaide, and he has, as well as all the other souls in her lineage, bear her as a vessel. Before forcing the amulet off the girl, the Deathless Lord offers the solution to cure Adelaide by finding him in Kaltorith to the north. But Gonto, hailing from that region, has never heard of such a place. The party is met in the night by a hooded skeleton with great power at commanding the dead, hurling wights and a banshee at the party. The party stood their ground valiantly, calculating the battlefield for advantages until a flame skull goes hurling itself at Adelaide. Hanbaru throws himself in between the girl and the flaming skull, sacrificing himself as a result. He's left with a swift but sincere goodbye, as Gonto presses Adelaide and the rest of the party to leave town. No longer feeling safe in his hometown, Gonto asks you to travel north to a small village he knows of called Bautan. The distance is great, but the terrain is manageable for Jeff and Aranabi to successfully navigate a path to the village in reasonable time. 2 days have passed since Gonto and Adelaide buried Hanbaru. Stuck in the desert since she was a little girl, Adelaide's wanderlust occasionally distracts her from that fact. But Gonto has been buried with his mind this entire trip. Upon entering town, he suggests heading to the tavern to eat, recover, and think of where to go next. Adelaide is just a girl and needs to be kept safe, but it's also become apparent she never will be completely safe until Kaltorith is discovered. So, it's been a little bit of time. You guys are in a new place. You guys have traveled north and left the desert officially. You're in a bunch of grassland. There's before continuing, there's a little feature, like kind of a game mechanic, I guess, that you need to bear in mind. We'll just metagame for a hot second. Currently, the amulet still holds the same properties on a party member wearing it as it did before, where that person can choose once per day whether to give it +1 AC or give it +1 to their spell casting. However, it is currently in Beryl's possession, and who refuses to wear it, and is available to be used on Adelaide. Adelaide's curse can only be brought to its fullest potential, ergo, summoning a Tresius via donning the amulet onto Adelaide. In situations that may seem dire to you, if she is involved in these circumstances, this is an option to summon a very powerful entity to to participate in combat. However, this is a very evil entity, and doing so may prove not the best results. In as well as the entire process puts an incredible strain on Adelaide in a multitude of ways. Some of which will have a long-term effect on the girl. So this is a powerful object for you to use, or this is a powerful tool in your tool belt, but at a great cost. Some of the costs being cost to her sanity, or her just endurance as a whole, or even a deterioration of her moral will, ergo an alignment shift of some kind. So keep that in mind. Moving on. You enter a humble tavern in the middle of the night during a calm rain. You see maidens running the bar. A large minotaur sits at the bar with a couple of gnomes next to him. Behind him is a human and a drow elf, and a half-drunk human bard blithely strumming along on his lute. A man in the far corner of the room feels enthralled from the bard's silly tune and is in mid-jig as you enter, but feels more embarrassed as he notices you. You're met with a stout greeting from the lady behind the door. What business have you outsiders? Gonto removes his hood from his cloak, muttering softly, I'm just looking for a dry place to stay for the night. The lady's face quickly turns from skepticism to humility. Ah, you had me scared for a moment. She then pours a stout ale for each of you. You must be weary. Here, all of our drinks are brewed right at home. Gonto goes, thank you. The Minotaur lets out a teasing scoff.
You sure changed your mind real quick.
Any friend of Gonto's is welcome here.
Oh,
After feeling more at home, Adelaide finds a spot to twirl about to the bard's tune. Whoops. The man in the jig before starts up again, joining Adelaide. The bard smirks and nonchalantly puts a little more life into his music. We're looking for information and supplies. Well, you sure come to the wrong place for that. Trade and Dima not going so good. Gonto looks down. it's doing fine. After a brief pause, Lady Moran decides not to push the subject any further. Well, you can surely try your luck with the village folk tomorrow. Put them in your favor, and I'm sure they can offer you help. Until then, be sure to have your rest and have a drink or two. Alright. That was my little cinematic intro for you guys. Ball's in your court.
What time is it?
It is the middle of the night.
Can I do a perception check on this spar?
Sure. Are you trying to perceive anything in particular?
Just a bit sketchy, but I rolled a natural 3.
Oh. You notice typical bar hanging around this. You walked into like a humble village to enter the bar in the first place. Things were very quiet on your way in. Gonto also seemed pretty familiar with the place.
Okay.
Gonto quietly sips his ale for a little bit. So, I brought us here for a little moment. Kind of to catch a break, hopefully. Figure out what to do and where to go next.
Sorry, my brain's dead. I'm gonna like get the barmaid's attention. I'm gonna ask what do you know about that half-elf bar? Holy shit, that is a huge spider. Oh my fucking god, I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, just had to kill a spider real quick. That scared the shit out of me.
On the wall.
He was in his home, okay? He was breaking and entering.
But
Jack was standing his ground.
Stand your web law, bro.
Hey, barmaid. What's the story of that half elf over there playing the little ditty?
Oh, that there's Vex. And I don't know if he's more half elf as he is half drunk.
Sounds like a half elf.
He comes and goes as he pleases. Not the most welcome sort around here, but he pays well. Also,
You know-
the music's nice every once in a while. Gets pretty quiet here, don't you know?
I see. Interesting. I throw her a couple silver pieces, and I'm like, thanks for the chat.
Thank you kindly. She gives you a little wink and goes back to bar stuff. Starts cleaning glasses.
I'm
We
gonna
have a few options off the top of my head.
What do you think, Gonto?
Well, the first one, seeing as we're looking for a Deathless Lord, we can go finding another one. Although I feel like that may be very difficult. Though there's a Deathless Lord who runs the city of Nyx, and that's not, well, it's not the most dangerous place. I can't say it's the most friendly either. Another thing we could probably do is see if my kin might know something about it up north in the Bozak Mountains. Of course, that's mighty a journey ahead of us. Though it's a lot less desert.
I like the sound of less desert. That shit sucked, B. Or G. Or Gonto.
G for Gonto.
Is Nyx on the way to the mountains?
Nyx is southeast of us. It's through the desert. Through more
Not the
desert than I
desert
care
again.
to let
So-
myself put up with. I'm afraid, but we have to do what we must.
Desert.
Seems to me our options are spend some time in the desert to get to a really dangerous place where we might die, or go to the mountains and meet some friends who might have some information to help
No.
us prepare better.
I like the mountains more.
It
Can't
might
say
be
the journey will
possible.
be much safer, but at least the destination somewhere I know.
And let's be
Might be
honest,
possible.
guys, we're a little ragtag group. I don't know how the fuck we did it the first time, but I don't know how many more these like motherfuckers we could take out. I know they're not
I'm ready to return to the mountains and take on anyone who comes my way.
Go get them, buddy. I need
Yeah,
to get
Then
that
we're on our
saddle.
way and it's settled.
The planes work exactly.
Any objections to the north? All right, Gonto, when should we head out? Sooner than better, right?
Well, I suppose the journey won't be the safest thing in the world, so it might be best to see if there's any supplies we can get before we go from the town tomorrow.
Of course, of course.
But aside from that, I'd be pretty ready to leave.
How long would the journey take?
Oh. It took me weeks long ago, but I'd say it'd probably be a bit better considering your he looks out the door. Contraption back there. Jeff's car's just like chilling out in the rain, all quiet. Beep beep.
So I'm thinking maybe what do you guys think? 12, 14 days of rations?
Well, how many cabbages do we have left?
Oh yes, true. What's the
Big
cabbage
one.
count at, Aaron?
Only one cabbage.
Fuck. I don't know how. Okay, how long could one cabbage and 26,000 calories of mayo a day get us?
Well, considering
think
the
about it.
foraging that can happen now that Aaron is in his favored terrain, it could be pretty substantial.
So
I have an
we-
alternative plan.
I like the
We
sound
boiling
of
the
that.
mayo?
You can do whatever you want to the mayo, man.
Can you explain to me? Do
What,
planar
like-
portals, are they like fucking just you walk through them and you end up in a different spot?
It depends.
Well, I
kinda
have
situational
the ability
to the
to
portal.
detect a portal. So if I detect a portal, then we can possibly find that bitch Tracer, and maybe she can tell us where this guy is. But that's just an alternative.
We don't know where she is.
Hey, do we?
No, not currently. That's what the demon is currently doing for you, is trying to find her.
Hey, Nick,
Although,
That dude's really slow.
there's a chance she may find you as well. What's up, Jack?
how long did it take us to get here?
Took 2 days.
A couple days. Okay, that was enough time to fill up my jars then.
Yeah, it's 2 days of driving.
Okay. So, with my alchemy jar, like at every 24 hours, I change stuff just for sake of canon. Could it be like I've filled my jars in that time passing by?
No, for sure.
Okay.
And everyone took a full rest by that time too.
All right. Is there a
So-
general store near here? Because I have vials of acid that I could sell. I was looking, and it's fairly valuable.
Yes, there's a lot of not amenities, but there's a lot of stuff available in town. It's
Okay.
just in the middle of the night currently.
Of course. Yeah. Well, after we're done planning, we'll rest up, and then we'll put our shopping list together, and we'll have a little filler episode montage of us getting supplies to go on the big journey.
Filler episode montage.
Woo!
You guys sound pretty bold for people walking to their death.
Fuck you say?
You're talking about either moving toward Drake Tail's Pass or the bog.
Gonto looks over. I thought the bog was hardly a problem.
That was years ago, Worf. It's become much more of an issue. In fact, it's been affecting us almost daily now.
How your mom moved out of the bog years ago.
What did you say to...
What did you say to me, punk?
Oh, you off guard? Voice crack there, little bucko? Aren't you a little young to be in a bar?
Shut up!
He starts walking
Bircher?
towards you.
Bircher? Buddy?
I am gonna walk towards. That was Thanaj that said that, right?
Yeah.
Burl's still holding a grudge from what Sanaj said about his mother. So he's going to walk over to Sanaj, pull him out of the bar, and throw him into the rain. I told you never to talk about anyone's mothers again.
I forgot. Jack, the
Forgot
episode
about
you were gone, I did a fucking,
I
mockery
don't remember this at all.
I did a vicious mockery at Burl's expense.
Wow, I didn't even know. I'll leave for a bit. I'll take a chill pill. I was trying to get us in a bar fight, but whatever.
The other bard in the room starts chuckling. He's jiving along.
That punk with you two?
Nah, I never met that guy in my time. I don't know who the hell that dude was.
He looks unconvinced.
I don't know how you get anywhere with a punk like that around.
Yeah, I
Moves
agree.
back to his seat.
Well,
Well,
Drogi,
that's no way to talk to guests.
He may be a guest to you, but I'm just a drinker here.
I'm gonna be peeking through the window over here.
Peeking through the window, you see the two gnomes giggling at what's going on, and then you see this other dude whispering into this dark elf's ear, and she seems to be responding to him in thieves' cant.
Dark elf is a white dot.
Oh, it is. Dang it, dude! None of these elves are working.
Ooh, this is.
I don't even care. I'm just
what-
duplicating this
how-
human now.
How is she speaking?
I tried twice.
Speaking a different language?
It is now a he.
Oh,
and he's speaking in thieves' cant.
Can I use
So
my?
it's like he's speaking sign language, but like it's only in thieves' cant.
Would my didgeridoo be able to help me figure out what's going on with this, with its special powers?
Yeah.
Sweet. I would like to use that power and eavesdrop on this motherfucker.
All right. Roll me a perception check also, just to see how well you hear it.
See, I haven't done perception in a while. 15?
All right. He's sitting there, Raj is sitting there going, I don't know, or in Thieves' Cant, he's, doing some Naruto hand signs, and and that's translating to the other guy as, I don't think we can get away with this. These guys seem really tough. And then he goes, no, don't you worry about it, man. Don't you worry about it. See, we'll use this situation to our advantage. We're gonna make the bust, and then, in the heat of suspicion, when they're pointing fingers at everybody, we're gonna be blaming it on those guys, and they won't think twice about it.
All right. I want to cast Mage Hand, and I want to use Mage Hand to, let's see, in front of Jeff. Jeff is our intelligent character. I'm going to find some sort of writing utensil and paper, have the Mage Hand, and just write 2 guys in corner. Watch them, and then sign it with an S.
All right, during this, the other person starts pulling his thumb and then doing like that weird little magic trick where like it makes one of his fingers disappear, and then that's translating to you and the other guy as, but I don't understand when we're gonna do the heist. When do we sack the brewery? And he goes, we'll do it tomorrow morning. Don't you worry about it. They ain't gonna notice until the evening, I'm sure. There's too much stuff going on in this town. Everyone's too trustworthy.
I'll also, I'll flip the paper over with the Mage Hand. I'll put brewery tomorrow morning. Heist. And then I'll draw little money bags in the corner. Maybe a little, like, derpy face, you know? A colon, then like a lowercase p.
Man, I think Christian went to go do something real quick.
Oh, sorry. I'm spacing off. What was it?
Oh, he's writing a message in front of you,
Yeah,
just
no.
explaining that these dudes are trying to steal from a brewery tomorrow.
Ooh, brewery. I go, guys, brewery heist.
Gonto looks at you confused.
Are we?
I like nod my head towards the 2 dudes in the corner.
Do you say this to Burl?
They notice you, and then one of the other guy in Thieves' Cant cuffs his hand under his armpit and starts doing the farts, and that's translating to Sanaj and Lenny as, we gotta quiet down, I think they're onto us.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on those 2 so they get less suspicious. And maybe continue to talk.
Alright.
Do I roll for that?
I think I roll for like a wisdom saving throw or
Okay.
something. Alright.
Charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma. Alright. Yeah, they completely lose suspicion and start casually going about their drinking, and feel a lot more confident in what they're gonna do. Yeah, buddy, this plan's foolproof. No doubt about it. And then the guy in Thieves' Cant starts doing the sprinkler, and he's like, I can't wait. I'm gonna climb the gate around the back. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome.
Steal beer.
And then I'm gonna flip the paper over again, scribble out the old message, and put whichever guy said that. Was it Lenny or Raj? I don't know. I'm gonna draw a little picture. Draw a little picture of Raj. So sorry, Christian. And then I'm gonna put him like jumping over the back gate of the brewery. like a little comic strip, and then him going in, and then coming out with the money.
I go, oh, this looks familiar. Interesting.
I love Mage Hand.
And then the guy will in Thieves Can't put his fingers in circles and then put them around his eyes like he's wearing a funny little mask with his hands, and then he will pull it behind his head and then pull it back up, and these circles will be linked together as a chain, and then he pulls it back down and pulls it back out again, and there will be two circles with his fingers again. And that translates to you as will your sister's cousin-in-law be there to escort or be there for the getaway? Oh yeah. She'll be on the north side of the forest in the camp. Don't worry about it. We just gotta get there.
All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna flip it over again, scribble out the messages on that paper, and I'm gonna draw like a little bunch of trees and everything. On the north side, I'm gonna put a little stick figure with the curly hair, so you know it's a girl. You know what? I'll give her some boobies too, and I'll put her on like a little horsey, and I'll like have the two dudes like on the back of the horsey with the money bags getting away.
The guy starts in Thieves Camp will start pounding his chest like a gorilla, and that translates to, "But what about the barbarian up there?" And he'll go, "Don't worry, we'll sneak past him, duh."
Does Burl notice anything of this?
Roll perception.
Okay. That's a 17.
Oh, nice. You notice this dude being a lot more animated than he was before, although it is too far away for you to get out exactly what this dude has been saying and responding to him with, and you also don't know Thieves Can. So you're skeptical, but have no smoking gun of evidence to preclude them as ne'er-do-wells,
But I didn't
aside
notice
from
them,
the
like,
paper being written.
Gesture to me or
To
anything.
Jeff. What's that?
They didn't gesture to me.
No.
The barbarian
So,
in Thieves Cant is just symbol
You
3
did
motion
hear
gesture.
barbarian, but the fact that they didn't gesture might assume that there is a different one. They're not talking about you.
I'm gonna go up to this Minotaur guy and just be like, I think those two people over there are talking about one of us. I don't know. They said something about a barbarian.
Me? No, I'm no barbarian.
Do you know of
I'm a
any-
farmhand.
Do you know of any barbarian in this bar?
Not in this bar, but definitely in this village. They might be talking about Gavril.
You a good guy?
They call him the Good Dragon of the North. Although, not much of a dragon, I'd say.
I'm gonna pat this guy in the back and buy him a drink.
Thanks. Maybe you guys aren't so bad. We don't get too many outsiders around here. Can't say we care much for them either.
Are those two guys outsiders?
Well, I saw that quiet one around here for a while. I figured the other one was his cousin or something.
Alright.
Say, the name's Drogi, by the way.
I'm Burl.
You you ever looking for some crops or anything, you come my way, you hear?
Might be getting in touch with you in the morning then.
That'll
Sounds
free us
mighty
from the
fine.
bane of mayo. And the more we could travel that I could just make acid vials instead of making mayo, that was heavily profitable to us. I shall be the moneymaker of the group.
The mayo maker.
The mayo maker. The mayo and the money. You come to me.
Why not mayo acid? Just mix the two.
Oh my god.
Right now, new Macid! There was Mayo Q, and then there was Cranch. Now, try Macid. Have you guys ever seen those? Mayo Q and Cranch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cranch. Oh my gosh.
We have Mayouch up here.
Mayoucha?
Mayouchup?
Mayo
Mayo
Chup.
Chup?
Oh, yup. Mayo
Mayo
Chup.
ketchup? That's
Oh
what,
my
that's
God.
what it says on the bottom.
That might be okay though.
That's in your refrigerator, Zach?
It's been in there a while. I don't really use it that much.
Congrats. You were
have
confirmed
it.
white.
Yeah, I'm white.
Extra white.
Get your mail
Mayo
too.
I have Hellman's in there too.
Okay, I have Hellman's too. Hellman slaps, dog.
Alright. Gonto puts
Mayonnaise
5
is
silver
awful.
over
I
the
don't
bar,
love it.
and he's like, I'm going to be taking my rest for the night. Thank you, Madam Moran. As usual. The pleasure's all mine, Gonto. He goes off and heads to the back of the inn for some good R&R. Don't be staying up too long, Adelaide. Whatever. She's spinning around.
I'm going to turn to
she's
Adelaide and be
15.
like, what did you just say to your father?
I mean, sure.
We just care for you and are looking out for you. And Yanto and I have just turned into like the two gay dads of, of Adelaide. Burl is gonna pick up Adelaide and like head off to bed.
Good old dad and daddy moment. So cute. Oh, my bad, I grabbed him. Alright, how about the rest of yous?
Oh shit, I'm still outside of the bar.
I'll wait for Sinaj to get back in.
I'm gonna just kind of like casually come back into the bar and just chill over
Be
here.
like,
The Minotaur notices.
You can't
She
come
gonna
back
say
in
hi
unless
to
you
him.
arm wrestle me.
Whoa, whoa there, big boy.
Take that challenge on.
You see there,
Whoa.
buddy. I have a certain skill set that is much different from your own. You see, I am afraid of there are these two bones in my arm. They allow me to use my fingers. I would much like to be able to use those in the morning.
Yeah, sounds like you got another condition that's big baby syndrome.
You know, I have no shame,
Chicken.
and I suggest, cast suggestion, that we might just perhaps call this a night, and, you know, go our own separate ways, and forget this even ever happened.
Alright. You have a good night, Twinkle Toes. I'll catch you all in the morning.
Good night, Furball.
His name's Drogy, bro.
He looks over his shoulder. He hears Bircher going, his name's Drogy, bro. Gives a good sigh of satisfaction and begins exiting. His name's Drogy, bro.
Night, night, night.
All right. If there are no objections, I'll have the rest of you go to bed as well.
Yeah, we'll go to bed.
Sweet, I used a lot of spells.
All right. Y'all get a nice long rest. Nice long interrupted rest. And you met with a very clear, bright day in the morning. Little models if you can. Where'd I put my... There it is.
They're so cute.
All right, the inn is this building back here. So you guys are coming out around here at the road at the south side of town. Moving your way toward the center of town, you're seeing kids playing and running around, as well as some villagers tending to their daily bits of work. Basically, everybody here, or mostly everybody here, has a task that they might want some help with, and has somewhat of a reward to give to you, whether that be like a discount on shop supplies, or free like goods, like free rations or something like that. Oh, I forgot to put Drogi back on here. There we go. Yeah, as well as other things. They got different tasks that you might be able to perform. During the morning, Burl starts asking around. Well, Sanaz asks around about the brewery, and Burl asks around about the barbarian in town. A local kid tells them that there's a good dragonling above, or at the north of town, and a local villager explains how to get to the brewery to the west of town. And everybody else is available to talk to if you want to inquire.
Is there like specifically, is there an alchemy shop? Or maybe like a magic shop?
Yeah, so for things like potions and regents, you can go to this lady, and then there's Loran. And then for maybe like more unique magic items, you can go to or like magic consumables and things like that, you can go to this lady over here. Her name is Bellum.
Over where?
And then there's...
You're the Grey Hand, right?
There are these two figures here. Yeah.
Oh, those... Bellum is
dots?
a dot. Bellum is a dot, but Migsy is normal.
Okay, cool.
You guys see any... there's also a dot over by the anvil. Right
Oh, that
here.
guy? Okay, that's fine.
That's all I see for dots. Alright. I'm gonna go to the magic item lady, and basically I want to be like, hey, I have a good amount of vials of acid for sale or possible trade. I am in the market for gold and a bag of holding.
All right.
And I think vials of acid are worth a pretty penny. I think like fucking 25 gold piece a piece. From the handbook, that is. Obviously. Your DM.
Right. No, I'm looking at my thingy right now. I was just trying to find it. Oh, does this not? Oh, that's because it's the print one. Okay. There we go.
Oh, and I have 10 vials of them.
Is it called something else in the handbook?
Acid parenthesis vial. Well, vial in parentheses, or not, yeah, parentheses. I could give you the link to the page I saw it on.
Yeah, please do that. It's not that I don't believe you. I just want.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, now I sees it. Okay, how many vials of acid you got?
I have 10.
You have 10.
Yeah.
And then you're looking for a bag of holding,
Yeah.
as well as what?
Gold.
Oh, okay.
I think a bag of holding and 75 gold might do the trick.
These dang things.
I'll lay out the narration after this point so you guys could play too.
I just, why is it not just like telling me how much a bag of holdings worth? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I figured it was like 500 GP.
I mean, Jeff will come over real quick and be like, "Oh, what do you got here? What are you trying to buy there, Sanaj?"
Wait, do you have a bag of holding?
He does.
I can make bags of holding, bro.
I did not know this.
If you get me the materials, I can get you one for much cheaper.
Oh, on second thought, I am just in the market for materials to make a bag of holding, and possibly any excess gold superseding the value of said materials.
Well, I can
give her a
definitely
little
take
wink.
the vials off your hands if you like. 25 times 10, 250. You had
Yeah.
10, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, and she hands 250 gold your way. I also have a little problem to solve if you don't mind. There's a immovable rod in store for you if you choose to accept it.
A movable rod. What do you guys think? Is worth a little detour after we take care of some brewery business?
I definitely think.
Movable rods are really nice.
Yeah, they're really nice. We should pick that up.
All right.
It's a pretty simple task. I just have I have an owl bear in my stable.
An owl bear. I think I know
Yes,
just the guy.
I'd much prefer it if you could find a way to take care of it without hurting it.
Hey, Bircher, do you want to make a new friend?
Yeah.
I have a friend to meet in a barn somewhere. Nice little owl bear.
It's
We
a
need
bear,
to politely suggest he find a new home because the
It's an-
home he has is previously. Words elude me.
It's
Inhabited.
by whom?
By this fine merchant here, who is offering us a very valuable magical item to move said animal to an appropriate residence.
Just show me the barn, you know? Just show me the barn, and it's already done.
I asked the merchant to point at the barn.
Is
Oh,
it right
great.
here?
It's just behind my shop that way. She points to the northeast.
I point to the northeast over there.
This like little building over here. All
Does it
right.
look ominous? Is this the barn?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me grab my. You walk over to the stables, which looks like a simple, kind of a simple and humble setup, and find in
Oh,
the middle
wow.
of what would be her goat pen, an owl bear, resting in the far end of the room or the stable.
Okay.
Looking at you, the owl bear immediately begins to become on its guard and takes a tense stance.
Doesn't like me then.
It is apprehensive.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. And I'm going to say, Sir, may I help you?
It's a ma'am there. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, that's actually what I meant to say. I misspoke. I meant
you're too kind there, Toots.
it's like sir as in the kingly sense.
Oh, the Syrahs. Oh, I always get the Syrahs. Every day with the Syrahs. At least you could tell that I was a beautiful lady. You know,
Yeah.
You're looking pretty good there yourself, Mr. Bear Man. I might be a part bear myself, you know.
Oh, the smell. I can smell that.
Yes, I can smell you. It's quite lovely.
May I ask, why do you have to be inhabiting this area? Is this just kind of like your dojo, or?
She stands up and reveals what she's been laying on this whole time. I'm just
It's
happy
eggs.
to be laying my eggs. This is what's a very good spot to guard here.
Okay, and those are
Not too
eggs.
hot, not too cold.
Those are owl bear eggs.
Yes, there's about 5 of them.
I'm gonna look
Oh,
up
no.
how valuable owl bear
Sometimes,
eggs
if
are.
you're lucky, you can expect a 6th
Oh
one.
no.
A double yolk.
I just got some terrible information about this place. This place is not safe for those eggs at all.
Sorry?
Owl bear hatchlings are worth 5,000 silver pieces on the open
It's-
market.
It's just not safe at all.
Ceilings are made of asbestos.
The eggs alone are worth 2,000 silver pieces each.
It looks pretty safe to me, darling.
10k silver.
Why don't you come up and cuddle up here? We can get all cozy. Make this place a lot warmer for my eggs.
I'm telling you, if you leave those eggs here, it's not going to end well. I don't think there's any laws about the endangered owl bear. I mean, I should know. I read the stuff that's coming out, and it's not good. They're hauling the forests off by the acre, and next thing you know, they're gonna set this barn on fire.
Well, I would love to find another place to rest my eggs, but you see, where I would usually nest them has been covered by spores. The bug, it's been creeping out of control lately.
Oh no. Oh,
Is there a fucking empty house in this town?
I'm not sure.
How long do they need
You'll
to
have
be
to ask
sheltered?
someone. Sorry?
How long do owlbear eggs need to be sheltered?
yeah, I'll ask. How long do they need to be sheltered? Your eggs, when are they going to hatch? And then what will happen? Don't they need to fly away?
What is the gestation period of an owlbear egg?
I actually think I have that answer.
Fail me
Hold
now.
up here. I just read it. I
Anybody
swear to
have an
God,
answer?
because I'm looking it up.
This isn't a very good habitat for your children, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. That is.
Broke got a nature proficiency.
Incubation period is 24 to 34 days. And then 26 to 30 days of nestling. So it's a month for them to hatch. Sorry, we're looking at about a month until they hatch, and then probably another month of getting them to grow up. Owlbears take quite a while to grow up, you know, but we grow big and strong.
And then what are you gonna do?
Well, I
Where
would
will you
hopefully
go?
take my leave here. You know, living in a village isn't necessarily the best place for owlbears.
If there is someone who owns or has some prior claim, I shall say, to the area that you're currently inhabiting. And honestly, I think if you're cool with them, maybe just coming around every once in a while, they probably would be totally cool letting you stay here. Even though you already pretty much own the place, you know what I mean? It is your place after all. Really, what I'm asking is if they can come here sometimes, since you have your beautiful little nest here. Yeah.
Well,
Where's
sure,
Mr.
they can stay
Owlbear?
here all the time as long as they don't mind me eating all of their goats.
Is Mr. Owlbear going to be returning anytime soon?
Oh, no. Mr. Owlbear is on a trip. He left for cigarettes.
Owlbear smoke?
Hopefully they weren't menthols.
Right, I
Yeah.
hear those are illegal lately.
I don't know.
Is that real?
All right, well,
What
Like I
a
heard
woke
about it.
owlbear.
I guess you're not going to move, so...
Well, I mean, if you find me a
Sweet.
suitable place to rest, I'm sure I could move
Oh,
some
you
of my
will
eggs.
move.
If it's
What if
not
we
too far,
construct-
that is.
What if we just constructed a different thing somewhere close?
You want to build a little house for me? For little old me?
The
Well,
gang
it
built
would
the
be
house.
primarily made out of things like old bed sheets, maybe some bones.
Well,
I
that
don't know.
doesn't sound
Whatever
too
we can really
homely.
find or
We could just
conjure up.
pay for like a few months of rent, couldn't we? It's like a couple gold.
Are you willing to forfeit several of your eggs to pay for your...
Will you sacrifice your children for us
You're
to
asking
habitat?
me.
several of them, just so you can stay here.
You're asking me to evict my abode so I can give you my children?
I'm
And
asking
then in
you.
return, you're going to make me a house out of bed sheets and bones?
There's a lot of demand for this area, if you don't know.
Well, that I have my spot. I don't see why I'm causing any problems.
Oh, you're not. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take my leave. I shouldn't have came here, but I hope you have a good day, man. And with that, I wish you all the best. All right. You take care now. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
I'm back, cutie.
All right.
Uh,
Any-
I'm gonna go back
Anytime.
to the group.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
gonna
Bircher. I'm gonna be like Bircher.
say
you have
we
to owl
have some
bear.
good news and some bad news. There is a really pissed off male owl bear back there, and it's sitting on a nest of other owl bears, and they are soon to hatch. and I don't know what's gonna happen then. They're probably honestly just gonna maybe live there forever. But if you can find somewhere to move them to, they will also do that. I think it was a pretty aggressive interaction. I'm not gonna lie to any of you guys.
I sure would love to do that. I don't have a lot of time to be finding places out in the middle of the forest. Would you be able to do something like that for me?
Oh, it's gonna cost you triple, maybe even
Triple?
quadruple. Yeah. Sorry, but projects like this aren't cheap. And now
I
that we
guess I could
know the
Throw
current
some money your
status,
way.
I mean, you're gonna have to talk to the family treasurer about the funds. See, I just bid the jobs. I don't take care of the paperwork, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is that me or Burl who you're talking
Is
about?
this your way of summoning Burl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Burl somehow feels the call of family from across the town and comes running.
You hear the word.
Here's the
Call of
family.
family!
And
I
I
mean,
follow
not that
Burl.
far away.
What's going on here?
We were trying to negotiate a fair price to go searching for an owl bear habitat.
Yeah.
There's an owl bear in town.
Yeah.
Ask
Explain the
what she
full
wants.
situation.
Did you ask what she wants from a nest?
You know, I mean, I tried everything I could to get this
Alright,
owlbear to
Burl-
leave peacefully. We might actually have to take arms up against the creature.
No. Burl is just gonna peacefully walk over to the barn and try to walk in as unintimidating as possible.
Alright.
He's going to knock because he's learned that's proper manners.
Okay. Roll animal handling with advantage for knocking. Nicely.
That's a 4 and a 2.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
So,
Although you have knocked nicely, the owlbear was very confused with the previous experience and is therefore hesitant about this one. She stands before you with tension in her body, slightly raised above her eggs.
I'm not actually going to enter the barn. I'm just gonna poke my head in and be like, so, I'm with the polar bear. We're working on a new place. But, what do you want from a nest? Like, what are you looking for? What is your dream home? Well, maybe not your dream home, but...
Roll me animal handling again. This time with disadvantage.
Aw, crap.
Because you can't talk to animals.
You're correct. I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10. Okay. He doesn't, the owlbear doesn't understand the question very well, but she, does take a lot less of a, she takes a lot less mistrust, toward you as you've kind of sat there for a while trying to speak gently to her. She goes around and starts, nuzzling her nest a little bit. Roll me a investigation.
Investigation is intelligence or wisdom?
That's intelligence.
That's an 18.
All right. Despite the dim light in the underneath or like in the barn, you notice a lot of like bedding. It seems like she grabbed a lot of the hay around and plucked down from her own fur feathers to create the large nest. On top of that, she's in a kind of like she's in like the indoor area for the goats. So like judging from like using all of this, you're kind of taking your judgment as like she really just needs somewhere stable and warm.
All right. Then can I roll a nature check to like, can I back out, look at the forest around, and like roll a nature check to see if I can find something?
Yes.
Cool. That's a 14.
All right. You look around and take in the landscape surrounding the town. To the north, specifically to the northeast, you see what begins to be more rolling hills that lead into rocky cliffs and peaks. So you're not quite far enough to see the mountains, but you know that leads to mountains, and that also could mean caves. And like some badland area before it, which also could mean caves. Which is a good idea. There's also there's like to like more of the northeast, you have like a thick forest in the distance, which
Alright,
could also lead to possibilities.
Can I call up Sanaj? Where's Sanaj?
I'm here.
I need your drawing prowess. I need you to draw the northeast over in that. I need you to draw mountains with like an arrow and maybe a cave, and then the forest over there, and I don't know. Draw
Also,
safe places.
Just to clarify, Speak with Animals lasts a whole hour, so like, if you need Bircher to keep talking to this person, or to the owlbear, you
I
can.
don't think that Burl knows that Bircher can't. I think he thinks this entire thing has been through interpretive dance.
I'm just kind of gonna look at Burl and look at the piece of paper. Look back at Burl. Look back at the piece of paper. Bircher, get over here.
Wait,
Bircher could speak with the thing.
oh, that makes sense. Okay.
In this instant, words are more valuable than actions.
Oh,
They speak much louder than actions.
oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, I'm back. Look. Yeah. So.
So I need you to. She's calm right now, but there might be safe places in that direction, and in that direction, caves there and trees over there. Just tell her that maybe she can move her nest in one of those directions. But be persuasive, and I am going to give him the help action for any persuasion or animal handling he might have.
Oh.
And I'm gonna go up to Bircher and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, listen, you got this," and I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Oh, wow. Oof. Oh. Hey, look. Oh, hey, it's you again. So, wow.
Oh,
look
that
at the
didn't take
time.
long. Hello again,
Hey.
Sugar.
Anyways, It would be wow. We found this really, really cool pad for you,
Did you
and
now?
we have the perfect method of moving your nest. Even I think it would be super easy to just move your nest a little further that way, and then you'd be so much quieter, so much easier when the babies come to take care of them. It'd be more
Oh, did you
secluded.
find a nice place for me?
There's definitely one there. I believe. Listen, if I know anything about the hillside, it's that there are so many places to live. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but I'm just gonna let you in on a little secret here. I'm gonna totally, basically, it's kind of like stripping naked in front of somebody. I'm gonna take my amulet off. I'm gonna reveal that I am actually made of stone. Underneath this facade, I am part of. If there's anything I know about mountains, there's plenty of places to live on the hillside, baby. And trust me, the view is gonna be fantastic. So, what do you say, huh?
You also have a +7 to your roll of whatever he's might make you roll.
Roll persuasion.
And you have
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
This roll is nuts.
Oh, I have -1 on persuasion naturally, but 2. So. Okay, I rolled an 8 first, and then I rolled a 3 the second time.
8 plus 7
So
is a
8 plus
15.
7. Yeah.
Well, 8 plus 6, right? It's a 14.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also have a luck point I can use.
You can throw that on there, back up to a 15.
I'll throw the luck point on there.
All right. The owlbear is initially taken aback, as she was quite charmed by your berry exterior,
Oh. Hey.
and is now
Mildly
mildly disappointed that a cute bear man was not here to greet her.
Still me, baby. Still
However, she hears what you have to say.
Well, I suppose the hills aren't too far. I never really thought about it, you know. I came from the forest after that bog started getting so smelly and scary. And then I just decided it was such a nice place here. I guess I can take my eggs and go.
Oh, okay. Phew. Well, I mean, if you think that's what's best, really, if you think that's what's best.
Well, I'm doing it because such a big, handsome bear man said he thought it was best.
Oh, well, hey, you're making me blush over here. Come on, come on.
I'm gonna nudge Burl and Jeff, and I'm gonna be like, hey, I think Bircher's got it from here. Wink, wink, and we're gonna leave Bircher alone with the owl
Let's stay
bear.
together by Al Green.
All right, I suppose I am causing a bit of a hassle eating all of this poor lady's goats.
Yeah.
I'll see you
Don't worry
later,
about
big
it, though.
bear.
She
I'll
gives you a
see
big
you around.
nudge with her beak nuzzle as
Yeah.
she collects her eggs and begins walking toward the northeast.
I'm just gonna go. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
From her nest, I want to collect a owl bear feather.
I'm just gonna say that my heart's never been broken.
Do you
Like
want to
that.
roll to see how many intact feathers you can grab?
I was looking at the spell, and I just need one.
Again, would
Oh.
you like to roll to see how many intact feathers you can grab?
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I'll let you get one, but you could definitely.
Yeah, you got a fair point. 17.
All right. You find 3 owlbear feathers.
Hey. I like it that.
Congratulations! You quest completed. You may now turn in.
Yay. I'll go to the quest and turn it in. I'll tell her, hey, owlbear's moved.
You need to request like at least quadruple.
But you see, my friend here was severely traumatized by this experience, and counseling is, extremely expensive.
You agreed.
So,
Roll
we agreed to
persuasion with
move the-
advantage.
Let's see. Rolled a 14, and then rolled a 9, so 14 plus 6, unnatural 20. Dirty 20.
Well, that sounds really difficult. Yeah, I could only imagine with a big scary owl bear like that. She looks over at Bircher.
Yeah.
The thing is, did you ever put your amulet back on, or are you just a big stone man now?
I didn't put it back. I didn't say I put it back on it. I guess.
You can make
I
a
wish I-
choice now if you want it back on or not.
Yeah.
Alright.
I feel way more comfortable in this nice, soft, supple. You know what I'm saying? I like to wear the skin of other. It's not creepy. Okay.
Cushy polar bear body. Well, how's about the rod and 50 gold sound?
I look over at Bircher. I look back at them, and I say,
55?
I look back over at Bircher. I look back over at them.
Roll persuasion.
9.
9. Well, I kind of need to buy goats again, so I think the rod and 55 is all I can give you guys. I'm really sorry. I'm really thankful, but I'm really sorry.
You know what? You're kind of cute, so I'll let you go.
She blushes. Well, aw.
I'll walk away, and I will throw I'll throw 305 gold at Burel, and be like, "Here's for supplies," and we'll hold on to the rod of holding.
So you're adding 305 gold to the party?
Correct.
My god, okay.
He's been making bank.
Alright guys, our party total is at 562.
That is fat. Alright, as you walk back to toss the bag to Burl with confidence in your step, this lady walks up to you guys with concern, but is trying not to draw too much attention to herself. Are you the outsiders they speak of?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, I hope it's not too much to ask. I'm the general goods vendor here, but I also watch the kids during the day, and during one of the hide and seeks, well, one of the boys went off and hasn't come back yet, and I was wondering if you could look for him and see where he's at before I have to get the whole village involved.
Which direction did he go in?
He went that way, and pointed north,
Burl is just going to
toward the
take off.
barbarians' camp.
Burl is just gonna start running.
Full on sprint.
He makes a mad sprint, going northeast, heading out of town. Anybody else going with him?
I'll try to keep up. Oh, wait, no. no, never mind. We'll go. I'm gonna save that.
All right, Sanaj goes with.
I suppose I'll go maybe
Sorry,
Like-
Burl's just a sucker for a
slowly. I'm going. I'm following behind.
All right.
I
At
guess
a
I'll
distance.
fall too.
God damn it. Another child is in danger.
Burl is a new father. He needs to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I see in a future campaign where Buryl's character is recycled, as Buryl will run an orphanage.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely. You know that's his future.
Yeah, during like any extended time lapse or something. If he's not running one, he's definitely working at one.
Just as a child wrangler.
Child. It's like trafficking, but backwards. We give them good homes.
I don't like that statement.
Honestly, Buryl 100% reminds me of Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins. That's just the mental picture I have in my head.
I don't know. I think of Major Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That is also, yes, I like it. I will change my headcanon to Armstrong. That's better than Escanor.
All right.
He has that childish passion.
Just wants to hug everyone.
Your party follows Burl's Burl's swift sprint out of town into the edge of the woods. Jeff's car, noticing this, also he follows because it's cool like that.
Wait, Jeff's car notices?
Yes.
Ah, okay,
It's a
I'm not
sentient
gonna
being.
question that.
It's a sentient
Oh, it-
being.
Yeah.
I must have missed that.
It's they like Jeff's class, he's an artificer, and at level 3 he gets a steel defender. And so like the reason we did all the Goob stuff was so Goob could reward Jeff with a super cool transformer of a car as
I know this is the
I'm
stupidest
just gonna
thing
ride.
come
I'm
out
just
of my
gonna
mouth
honestly.
all
I'm just
day.
gonna ride the car
that's fair.
because I'm gonna notice it behind us and just jump in.
Everybody stares at you as you like cruise your way through town with all the windows down. You're like, sup? Their mouths are just agape.
I got some like Biggie playing.
All right, you walk into the edge of the woods and find the barbarian's house that has been spoken of so many times. You find a barbarian and what looks to be a troll-looking creature tending to just some daily duties and hanging out by a fire while they're cooking a large game that they've acquired in the forest. It is likely that, well, I don't know. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Burl is going to run up. Have you seen a child? I'm just realizing I didn't ask what this child looked like. Have you seen a child?
Hail, travelers. I suppose we have seen a child. He went further north.
What are
Out
you
into the
cooking
grove
there?
over there? What brings you out this way?
I heard there was a missing child, and I came to get said child. Bring them back.
We haven't seen much out of the ordinary except for their occasional games.
How do you know this child's missing?
A woman came up and talked to me in town.
Loren, no doubt.
Yeah, she watches the kids during the day.
The typical worry ward.
That's enough of that. I'm sure if she thinks someone's missing, then we might actually have a situation on our hands.
You said you saw a child to the north?
Yes, you're welcome to pass through our land here to go looking for him if you wish.
Alright, we want to go?
I also want to, real quick before I forget, throw out that we're being framed for a robbery as we speak. Just,
This
yeah.
is true.
But
This is true.
let us continue to find the child and then maybe go thwart a robbery? But yeah, we'll do what we do.
Yeah.
All right. Good tidings, travelers. They move back to their normal business.
The Minotaur's name was Dorig, right?
Dorgy, yeah.
As we
Or
pass
Drogi.
through, Drugi says hi.
Oh, your friend's a drogie. That's nice.
Yep, met him last night. Seems like a good guy.
He's a good test of character, that one. Should you guys find the opportunity to come back and spar with us, feel free to.
Burl gets unreasonably excited about the idea of fighting another barbarian. I will be back. Yes. Yes. I need to find this child, and he'll take off running.
I can tell by your demeanor you've some purpose about you. You're a zealot, no doubt.
Yes, I am.
Safe travels. May hopefully no trouble interrupt you on your way.
And Burl is gonna run in the direction they pointed him. Does anybody else want to do anything before we move on?
All right. Burrow keeps charging forward. Sanaj, getting tired of all this running, hops into a vehicle of his own. Or hops into, not a vehicle of his own, hops into Jeff's vehicle. And they continue on. You move into a thicker part of the forest. The sky becomes a little darker as as the trees interrupt the sunlight. You see a peculiar looking purplish flowers growing that just seem to take your catch your eye as you're walking through these areas. As you keep an eye out, you hear a bunch of shuffling through the woods, but you try not to pay too much mind to it, and try to hear for voices or footsteps, anything that could resemble the child you're looking for. Until finally, a help has heard off in the distance. You run and follow the noise. And discover a bunch of shambling plants around.
Hey, real quick, Bureau, I'm gonna throw you 2 jars of flammable oil that you could apply to your weapon at any time.
Alright, thank you.
One moment, please.
Two people with air horns are deciding it's time to have a good conversation on the street with said air horns.
So what are these? What are these guys considered?
Give me just a moment here. And I'll
Okay.
answer that question. Just gotta. Okay, yeah. And in the thicket of the woods, in this big brush here, shambling out is a giant mess of vines, moss, twigs, and the like. Surrounding him are a couple awakened trees and these very thorny looking living plants. On the ground, you see a mangled corpse covered in spores in the campsite. As well, in the distance, the child emerging out of the giant shambling creature. They have not paid any notice to you yet. Giving you an opportunity for a surprise attack.
So the child is this creature over here?
Yeah. Big monster.
Okay. Burl will fly into a rage, but how do we wanna do this?
Well, are they plants?
Yes.
They're all plants.
Yes.
I have speak with plants. Ew.
If you try speaking with them, we might forfeit our surprise attack.
This is true.
Oh, they don't know we're here at all.
No.
Not right now.
I mean, you don't know. They're just plant creatures. Do they seem nefarious? Can I roll perception or anyone
Yes.
do that?
Go ahead.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
All right. You like based off of just looking
Plus
at
4.
them, you can't necessarily recognize whether they're
11.
Whether they are friend or foe. However, the mangled corpse. You do notice the mangled corpse that is covered in spores right now at the campsite, as well as the child enwrapped in the shambling creature in the distance. Which indicates at least that these are not creatures to be trifled with.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I recognize any of said creatures?
Absolutely.
That is a natural 19 with a +4. So 23.
All right. You recognize the trees as awakened trees. You recognize the plants as thornies, and you recognize this big guy back here as a shambling, shambling mound.
Does that give me any insight in how to fight them, or?
They're resistant to cold and fire. Or at least the mound is.
Yeah, the mound is. The trees are vulnerable and the plants are vulnerable to fire. You also know the thorny plants regenerate health. You've also noticed a lot of very like purple and pink glowing spores surrounding all of these creatures. Fungus, sorry, like covering these creatures.
Alright. How do we want to play this?
All fire could be used to our advantage. And I have warding wind, so I'll be able to put out any fires after the battle so we don't burn the entire forest down.
Should I just go straight for Shambling since he looks like he might do the most damage?
Trying to think. Yeah. No, we should definitely take out those thorny plants first because they regenerate. And then once we get those plants out of the way, you could tank the Shambling. And we'll us other dudes fuck up the trees, and then we'll come in to finish off the mound.
I'm just worried that the child within the Shambling creature is a timed thing, that we might lose the chance to.
Yeah. Good point. Maybe like you engaging in combat with the mound will distract it enough to not harm the child while we finish off the minions. Or we could go with your line of thinking of just fucking bum rush the mound, and I could maybe try to do some crowd control.
I don't know.
Any other insight?
Anyone else have any other ideas?
We could roll for it.
Well, they seem pretty planty, so I could burn them, maybe.
The creatures shamble around in different directions, spreading a plethora of spores as they do, while you guys are deciding what to, what action to take next.
Okay.
And in doing so, it is rapidly changing the biological environment around them, causing things to grow at a very exponential rate.
All right, I'm thinking maybe me and Jeff start burning all the plants while you three go and take out the mound.
Got it. All right. That works for me.
All right. Just real quick before we go into combat, I want to cast Unseen Servant.
All right.
And I want to give him a couple I want to give him one of my glass bottles of oil. And yeah, I'm ready to go into combat.
All right.
Or actually, I will give a Bureau a Bardic Inspiration. So you have a +3 to your next roll, and you also have the motive potential.
Just to be clear, your car transforming does cause noise, but you can use your car transformation as a bonus action, so you can do it at the beginning of your turn before he gets into combat. So that way, just, so you don't upset the surprise mechanic.
Alright, with that, I think Burl is going to fly into a rage and run forward.
Alright. Heading toward the shamble?
Yeah.
Alright, you get a surprise attack on that.
Put motive potential in the Discord.
A 21 to hit.
And you deal the first strike.
6. 26 damage. And is this a surprise
just
round?
one moment.
Is there any, how is the child enclosed?
The child is exposed on, the upper, kind of on, the right side of its back. Squiggling in and out of its, neck. And it's just fighting any shamble that it can. So it kind of pops in and out of, different places, but that's probably the most exposed area that it has.
So then can I target the shamble's legs to try and knock him down?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll a strength check.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
All right. You managed to knock it on one of its feet, but the way of it shambling and its form shifting is it's able to stabilize itself and get back up without falling prone.
When it falls to its knee, am I able to reach the child?
It is just barely in your reach.
Okay. So, would it make sense for me to try and grab the child right now? My second attack?
Yeah, you can make an attempt for sure. It will just use an action.
Yeah, for my second attack, I'm instead going to try and grab said child.
All right, roll a strength check.
That's a 2, so a 6.
All right, you are unable to you're unable to get any sort of force out of the shamble in a way that allows you to free up the kid anymore on this attempt.
Okay.
Next
All
time,
right.
you could re-roll your bardic inspiration. Thank you, Mike.
I used it on that
Oh, you
last
used
attack.
it. My bad. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, and with that, I'll have you all roll for initiative.
That is a dirt.
You got a dirty 20, you said?
Yep, I am rolling high in some places that matter and not enough.
10.
Zach, you said 10?
Yeah.
13.
15.
All right. And Aaron? Aaron? Did you roll for initiative? Are you there, Aaron? Oh no. Oh, you got 14. Okay. Mic not working? Oh, I see. That's frustrating. If it's easier for you to type into Discord chat or anything, you can do that as well. Or into tabletop chat. You could also try, oh, you disconnected. You'd also try leaving Discord and coming back. Alright.
Maybe. I was gonna say maybe bathroom break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
Very cool. Alright. So, Burl rolled the highest on that round and gets the first initiative. Burl's doing all the action today.
Burl just run and smash. That's all he knows how to do. Alright. First attack, I'm gonna target the legs again. Try and knock him down. That's a critical fail.
Oh no. Whoops.
Did I use
Wait,
a
no,
weight
get
point?
advantage. That's a 5. I got advantage, but
Oh, sweet.
still just a 5.
But yeah, still an insufficient attack.
Alright.
Your
Second.
club gets caught into the shambles and the vines. Next up, the shambling mound will respond.
Oh, do I not get my second attack of the round?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I got ahead of myself there.
That one is a 19 to hit.
All right. You smash through to a vital point on the shamble, delivering a hit.
And that is going to be 22 damage.
All right.
Christian, I sent you a message.
The shamble will respond, attacking, critically failing the first time, and plummeting into a mess of vines. But then reconstructing some of its form to deliver a swipe or a slam with one of his attacks, hitting Birol for 14 damage. And then, the child is also temporarily exposed until the shamble's next round, in a way that someone would be able to start wrenching him free, and getting advantage on those checks. Next, this awakened tree will begin moving toward Birol and attacking as well. I gotta get my, there we go, gotta get my roller just sticking out there. The first attack misses, but he's able to strike you with a slam from one of its tree branches, dealing a 13 damage to you. Next, Jeff will take the initiative.
You said the plants were weak to fire?
Yeah.
Listen, boys, I'm gonna get this first guy up front. I'll hit him with my my torch.
All right.
I cast Firebolt.
Roll for hit.
It's an
18. Because it's vulnerable to fire, your next hit will do double the damage.
So we rolling again for second hit?
So roll for damage, and then that gets doubled because it's a fire attack.
So you say double it?
Yeah.
32 damage.
All right. One sec. You emit a very harsh blow on the tree. It goes up in flames, the fungus being a slight combustant to the rest of the wood and leaves, and it takes considerable amounts of damage. Next up is Aranabi.
Okay. Let me think for a second. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the big bad, and then run in and attack this guy.
Okay. Let's see it.
You wanna see it? Oh man, I rolled a 19.
Ooh. I saw it. That's a pretty big hit.
Alright. Fuck, it's just been a while. 5 plus no piercing damage and no poison.
It is resistant to piercing damage, but it will take poison.
Okay.
Although you're using slashing damage with your swords, so.
Oh, I thought it was piercing.
No, I don't think it is, because, No, yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's just they're cutting weapons, so.
So I got 11.
Okay, and then what about your other sword?
That was both swords.
Oh, that was both swords? Alright, and then you can get a second attack.
Rolled a 14.
That hit.
Cool. On the second one.
Alright. You're able to dispose of it very quickly, and it dies in front of you. The plant wriggles and wriggles around no more, and begins to curl up. Next up is Sanaj.
Hey yo. Alright, so first off, I'll have my unseen servant go ahead and toss one of my little Molotov cocktails over at the tree beard over in the corner.
Alright.
And then I want to shove the other bottle of oil in the end of my didgeridoo, and then I would like to produce flame with my didgeridoo towards the other thorny guy.
Oh my god.
That is what I wanted to do last time, but I decided I was saving it. If you remember that.
Okay, so let me do the rolls here. The tree that got hit by the Molotov cocktail takes 11 damage. Oh, and because it's on fire, it takes even more damage.
Oh, I will also be casting Produce Flame as a higher level spell.
And then go ahead and roll for damage on your Produce Flame to... Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. Never mind, I can't cast it as a higher level spell.
Right. But it does the 2d8, and then because you are getting a so it's 5 plus 6,
Mm-hmm.
it's 11, and then you get to roll another d8 because of the oil that you're spitting at it.
Sick. And 12. Or 1d8, sorry.
Yeah, 1d8.
The first roll was a 5.
Okay. So that's 17. Double it.
34.
34. And you did it at the thorny dude, yeah. The thorny dude gets burnt to a crisp.
Big damages.
Big damages. And now it is Bircher's turn.
All right. So I'm going. Yeah, move a little bit. I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna go for this big tree guy standing here off to the side.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Produce Flame. It has to be within 30 feet.
It's
So
within
it's just
30 feet.
a ranged spell attack.
Yep.
And I rolled a 13.
All right, add your wisdom to that, like your wisdom modifier.
Plus 3 is
Okay,
16.
so that's a 16, which is a hit, and then you get to roll
2d8
for damage, and you get to double whatever you get because it's fire damage.
7 plus 2, 9, 18.
All right. Chunks of wood begin splitting off of that tree as it begins falling apart from its cindered pieces. It remains standing and shambling towards you, however. It begins to make its move toward Bircher. And is able to slam you twice with its remaining branch. The first time, dealing 12 damage, and then the second time, dealing 9 damage.
Wow.
Then, the other's tree. Wait, no. Nope, those guys are dead. All right, so it goes back to Burl. Burl, you still have an option to yank the kid out of the shambling mound.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try to do with my first action.
All right, roll a strength check with advantage.
That is going to be a 9.
A 9. All right. Because you have a better grip on the kid, however, you're able to pull at least part of his body free. He's able to breathe better now, and he's able to scream a lot louder. Help me!
And there's no chance anybody is gonna hear this from the town.
Huh?
No one's gonna hear this from the town, or the barbarians won't hear it.
They might hear it.
Alright. I am going to say, scream as loud as you can for help, please. And then I'm going to, with my second action, try and do more damage to the beast.
All right.
That is a 22 to hit. Couldn't I?
That's a hit.
5. Another 22 damage. Is it looking beat up at all?
Yes. It is now beginning to, like its shape is now beginning to lose much of its form as it's trying to keep itself together. It keeps unraveling.
Okay.
The shambling mound strikes you, Beryl, hitting you with both of its arms, dealing 9 damage to you, and then dealing another 9 damage. And attempting to grapple you in the process. Oh no, he does grapple you. And will use his next turn to attempt to engulf you. The tree behind you makes a strike, hitting you with one of its limbs for 10 damage. And the initiative then goes back to to Jeff.
I'm gonna run over to the tree over here and hit him with fireball.
Prove it.
That's a 20.
20! This is gonna fucking murder him. You can roll for damage, but this is already gonna murder him.
So I what? Quadruple it?
Yeah, so what you'll do is now you get to roll double the dice, and then you double the outcome.
Okay, so I do it 4 times.
Yeah. This is gonna be nuts.
So I 4 times and then I double it.
Yep.
Maybe 34.
Alright. You put a bunch of oomph into this next attack, going burning and burning and burning and burning. Until you can see nothing left of this awakened tree.
Okay, and then I'll have the car hit him with the railgun too.
Alright.
Be a 10.
10. The railgun is unable to get a good hit on either of them. Next up is Aranabi.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. Where's that girl hanging out of on that thing?
The kid's hanging out up on like the nape of its neck, pretty much. And like part of his body's like dangling now.
Is that the back of his neck?
Yeah.
All right.
Thought you watched Attack on Titan, bro.
Fuck no, I hate that show. Seriously, it's dog shit. But I'm gonna Misty Step. Can I Misty Step above the monster and drop down on it?
Yeah, you can basically step onto a tree and use your action to make the plunge.
Cool, I'll do that, and then I'm gonna fall on it and dig a dagger into him and grab the kid's hand with the other hand.
All right. So I'll have you. Do you want to do one attempt to get the kid out and one attack, or are you trying to do like? Well, I guess we'll just do one thing at a time.
I've got pretty high
first off,
acrobatics.
yeah, roll an acrobatics check.
I rolled a 14.
All right. You plunge down onto the beast's neck and are able to securely hinge yourself with your knife onto the creature. Now go ahead and roll a strength check to see if you can pull the kid out.
Probably not.
This will cost one of your actions.
I rolled a 16.
All right. You're able to pull a significant portion of the kid out. Now just their legs are the only things that are restraining them. Or they're being engulfed in this creature. You have another action. You can either use it to make another attempt to pull the kid out, or you can make an attack with advantage now that you're like hanging out on his neck.
I'm gonna pull the kid all the way out.
All right, make another strength check.
God damn it. I rolled a 1.
Oh no. While trying to pull the kid free, you fall off of the creature and land prone on the ground. You also take, because it is a 10-foot drop, you also take 8 damage of falling damage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No,
That was super badass.
it's supposed to be cooler than it was, but you know.
It was. Sinaj is up next.
All right. Are there a bunch of spores and shit in the air?
Yes.
Okay. And is shit on fire as well? Like trees and surrounding area?
Actually, that's a good, you make a good point. A lot of the spores have burnt up with the amount of fire in the area. Currently, the flame has been controlled enough that the battlescape has only affected the camp and like a neighboring tree. So yeah, the fires are currently small. It's likely that the campsite will burn out, causing no damage. There is, however, a tree that is slightly lit aflame at the moment.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna cast Warding Wind and get rid of all the spores and fire around us.
All right.
And, does anybody need any healing?
I could take some healing.
Yeah, I can maybe use some.
Who needs it more?
I'm at half health.
I can always transform and go up in health, kind of.
I'm just worried about if I'm not able to get out of this guy's grapple. What he's gonna do to my health.
Alright. Let's see what spell slot I could use real quick, and I'll cast healing on you. I'll let you know that number in a second, but we could pass my turn from there.
Okay. Bircher's turn is next then.
I'm going to produce flame again. Aim it at the big bad.
Just so you know, the big bad is flame resistant, but
Oh,
the tree
really?
behind Burl is not.
Okay, I'll aim it at the tree then. Piercing and flame resistant? You said?
Yeah, the shambling mound is resistant to cold and fire, and then the awakened tree is resistant to bludgeoning and piercing.
Alright. I
Healy
rolled
points to
a
Bureau.
12.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. Awful.
What'd you roll? Sorry, Zach.
A 1.
I rolled a 12 to hit.
Okay.
+4 if I get to use my wisdom.
Okay,
I mean,
that
plus
makes
3.
it a hit.
15. 12 plus 3, 15.
Alright, you're able to hit.
And then 3 plus 8, 11, and then times 2. 22.
22.
Ow!
Alright. You burn this tree alive. I don't know if there's any specific way you'd like to do that or not.
I just want to ooh and ah as it goes up in flames.
You roast some marshmallows as
Yeah,
the
there you
flames
go.
burn away. Alright, that leaves your party and the shamble. Or the shambling mound. Burl, it is your turn again. You're able to make a quick strength saving throw.
Alright, and how much did I get healed for?
8.
8? Okay. Thank you. Second. That's a 14.
Alright. After an intense struggle, you're just able to escape the grapple of the beast.
Okay. And I'm not able to reach the child at this point.
No, he's regained his composure.
Alright. Time to smash. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
$18 damage. And then was escaping the grapple one of my actions?
No.
Okay, cool. That is going to be a 16 to hit for my second attack.
16 for your second one?
Yeah,
That's a hit as well.
cool. Uh, 16 damage.
Alright. The shambling mound struggles to maintain its shape as it tries to move to a more strategic position. And takes a swing at both Burl and Aranabi.
Oh,
Burl is able to resist the attack, but the second swing catches Aranabi off guard, and he ends up taking 11 damage.
okay.
And then it is now Jeff's turn.
I'll hit him with the firebolt, since that seems to be doing so well.
He is resistant to fire, just so you know.
Well, then I'll shoot it back.
With
Is
a
he
gla-
is he resistant? Is he resistant to bullets?
Is he resistant to popping a cap in his ass? Right, not.
It was a 20
All right.
for the first one, and then 21.
Was that a nat 20 on the first one or a dirty 20?
First one was at 20.
All right. Let's see some crit damage. And you also get that other attack too. Both of those hit. Yeah.
So I double the one dice, so that is 16. And then another.
All right.
To 19 altogether. Then I'll have the car move up in force and horsepower rend in. That was a 5.
All right. He moves in to make his what would look like the final blow, but is unable to get a good hit on all the vines and wriggles going on. The turn moves over to Aranabi.
All right. How much? Well, the kid's still inside of that thing.
Yeah. The creature is looking very weak, however.
Well, if we kill it, the kid just falls out of it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast Playing Our Warrior then and go in for the kill shot. And I rolled a 16.
All right. A large amount of force surrounds the creature as you bring in your final blow. Go ahead and roll for damage.
To kill it.
All right. How are you relieving this beast dead?
Just go up and give it a big poke.
Give it a big poke. All right. The beast throws every single tangle and vine it has at you. You diligently slice them away as you dodge the incoming attacks, and leaving a big poke in a vital organ, are able to defeat the creature, unraveling the child. And saving the day. Alright, I don't have a kid model, but he's there. He's there in spirit. Here. You get Jojo. Thank you, kind sir!
No problem, kiddo. Just remember to have your pet spayed and neutered.
Only you can prevent wildfires. I'm gonna go back now! Thank you so much! I'm gonna tell everyone about you!
Stop running off!
Help my dad, okay?
But I am someone's dad.
He heads back to town. Alright.
Hey.
You're out of combat. It is 10:30. There's more material and things to do if you guys want to go back to town for another half hour, or if you want to call the session here, I'm totally okay with that. It's up to you.
I hit a bit of a wall, so I'm probably gonna need to head out soon, but Burl will be going next session to spar with the barbarians.
Very fun. All right. Sound like
If
calling
I'm-
it? Does that sound good for everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very cool. Then we'll resolve the happenstance of the town next week and prepare ourselves for the bog.
No. The bog, the stinky bog.
Thanks for playing, y'all.
All right. Peace out. Thanks, man.
Oh my god, I've been fucking muted this whole time. Anyways. Oh, everyone's leaving.
Oh, I'm here.
I was just saying, next round we should focus on getting some like healing supplies, and then our rations, and maybe some magical items and money, and then get